Hey everybody, it's Wakeangel2K1. This is going to be a little bit of a different video because I'm actually legitimately asking for some help here. Alright, so last year, a 4chan thread got made about me where people were telling me how terrible I am, but there were also some people to defend me, and there were some people who gave me legitimate advice. One of which was switching my paint brands to something that would look better. They suggested Vallejo model paints. These work a lot better on my action figures, and everything I've made using these things genuinely does look better. I've seen side-by-side comparisons with my older figures, and it's a legit improvement. I love this paint. It works great for me. The thing is, all I had to do back then was buy myself a starter kit to see how I like them. But the thing is, the starter kit had a few colors that I don't use, some colors that I've almost used up, and it didn't have some colors that I actually do need. Like, for example, good old Dr. Starline here. Yeah, quick preview of what I'm working on. He needs some steel gray paint to make his bill. But the thing is, the starter kit for the Vallejo set didn't come with a gray. Like, it had a silver, but no gray. And the only gray I have is this folk art stuff, which, as mentioned before, doesn't really look that good when painted on figures. I mean, it's only a small part of him, so it's not that big a deal for now, but this is a thing that's happening. And like I said, some of my more popular colors are starting to run low. So, the problem with Vallejo model paints is, what I tried to articulate, I don't have any stores in the New York City area that seem to sell model paints. Like, I go to Michael's, the only real chain craft store in the area, and they only sell craft paints. They don't sell model paints. Correction, they do sell some model paints, but they're enamels, and even then, very little. And enamels don't work on action figures. They take a really long time to dry. Like, they're not compatible with the plastic that makes action figures, is what I'm trying to get at. So, yeah, like, I cannot find a retailer that sells Vallejo. So when I try to go around and buy, I want to go to a store, see the colors, get a look at them, and identify, what color I need, and then buy that color. Like, I need a gray. This gray is too light. This gray is too dark. This gray is just right. You know, I want to be able to do that. And if there are no stores in the area, I can't. So, okay, anybody who either lives in a New York area and knows this, or is better at Googling than me, because I did try to Google this. I put stores in New York that sell Vallejo paints in New York, hobby stores in New York, no matter what, I'm trying to combine my keywords, but I either get online retailers that are exclusively online, or lists of hobby stores that don't sell paints. I tried to go to a hobby store that one of the 4chaners pointed out to me, but they only sold spray paints. How exactly am I supposed to paint something like this with spray paints? I mean, I suppose I could put an entire solid prime coat, but then, how would I make the details of the eyes and paint the two-tone bill? You can't do that with spray paint. What the? I don't know what kind of, what people who think that I can just paint these things with spray paints. Maybe they're thinking of those tiny little airbrushes that send out a little tiny stream of paint. That's spray paint, right? And no, I don't know how to use an airbrush either. That's an entirely new skill I would have to learn too. So, and again, that would require finding a store that sells it, which, I cannot find. I digressed. Is there anybody in the New York area that knows if there are any stores that sell Vallejo paints? If so, please let me know in the description. Give me the name of the store or the address so that I can, try and find it. Don't give me your address. Give me the address of the store. I can't believe I feel I had to mention that, but I have encountered some weird people. Or, I don't know, maybe if you live in an area that has access to a store that has these paints, then maybe I can help. Maybe you can help me by being a middleman. I'll pay you to go to your store and buy the paint colors I need to send to me. like I did have I had a guy, Andrew Strappers, good old Strappers. He was the one who did the first stop motion for my first theme song. He was my middleman paint guy for a couple years. Like, I would ask him for certain colors of paints, and he'd send me Citadels, which no stores around here sell. Barring that, does anybody know of the what's the best online retailer from your experience that would sell Vallejo paints? Cause like I try searching, but like I found the Vallejo website, which apparently doesn't sell its own product. It just advertises it, and then like retailers want to sell sets. Like here's a set of military colors. There's one green color you might need in there, and like 7 other colors of green that you'll never touch. Or like here's that starter pack again. The starter pack where you use maybe 3/4 of the colors, 2 of the bottles, and like 2 of the bottles get empty within a couple of weeks, and the other 2 bottles will sit in your storage bin forever because you won't use them. Like, and also it doesn't come with several colors that a lot of people use regularly because, because screw you, buy the more expensive sets. And then there's like, okay, here's this color, and then here's this color, and here's a preview square of what it'll look like. Of course, that doesn't mean crap because you're looking at it through a computer screen. Who knows how many filters it went from being photographed to being palette swapped, and then the color settings on your laptop screen might not work. I did try to buy a color of paint like that once. I needed a brown paint to make a Princess Sally. I bought one that looked at that I color picked. I looked on the website. It looked just like the Sally picture that I had on my screen. When the paint actually arrived, it was almost black. It was super dark. I could not use it. I think that paint sat unused in the bottom of my paint bin for like 5 years before it finally congealed. So yeah, I really hate having to buy paints online. And even if I know exactly what I want, it's expensive to buy paints online. Cause like when professional companies ship you paints, like it's a liquid bottle, and they have really expensive shipping options. Like they want to charge you like $15 to ship you a palette because it's liquid. Like they had to put all kinds of stuff. Like I have received paints from amateurs for completely regular shipping prices. Like all this bullcrap red tape they have to go through to mail paints is probably just something they do to avoid litigations, but it makes it like 3 times more expensive to buy the paints. So yeah, I need help from you guys. I need anybody who knows how to do this kind of thing. Help me find my paints so that I can continue to make toys for people. Because this is the biggest headache of being a toy customizer, is trying to find frickin' paints. So thank you all for anyone who helps me, thank you especially much, but thank you all for watching this video, which is just me sitting and ranting in front of the camera. Hopefully, oh wait, you know what? Joker the Tiefling is actually done. Yeah, he's finished. I just had to make his accessory, and this will be the last figure of April. And if I don't actually get to finish him in the next... I'm pretty sure I can paint this staff in less than 2 days, but just in case I don't get the video up, let it be known he was finished in April. Okay, so... yes, hopefully his video will be up tomorrow or the day after at the latest, and hopefully you guys can help me find some good paints. This is Wakeangel2K1 signing off.